So because I did go and reset the EVs on a lot of my Pokemon, at least partially, a couple of videos ago when I had to, like, replay my save and, like, rewind time and whatever, I think I am going to make some pretty heavy use of the, like, the EV training here on Festival Plaza, which I've never done in a single-player Pokemon game before. I've never really felt the need to. However, since I think you can use these to increase your EVs just to the maximum, whereas vitamins are capped at 100 EVs per stat, I think I'm not really going to do too much of this until I can't use vitamins anymore. So I'll definitely be doing this, but it's probably going to be a little bit later. However, while I'm here, just go and grab some more of those. You know, at the Pokemon Center that I was standing in when I started playing, you, as it happens, speaking of vitamins, sell vitamins. Let me go and buy a couple of... I'm gonna go buy a bunch of proteins. I won't blow all of my money on these, but I will go and buy a lot of protein, since I probably won't really be needing to buy, like, potions and stuff. Let's go and pad out some of the special attack unlock also while we're here. Since I'm probably not going to need to buy, like, potions or healing items or anything like that, because I'm buying a lot of Moo Milk at Festival Plaza. I am willing to go and, like, spend a little bit more money on these actual vitamins. So, calcium, special attack, let's see, look, I'm just gonna go and max out your special attack, or at least I'm gonna spend all of these anyway. Protein, I've got a lot of Pokemon who can benefit from protein. And we're gonna start with the ones who've been on my team the longest. Alright, so you're all maxed out. You're probably gonna be maxed out in about as much time. Alright, so I might actually have more proteins than I actually can use. Alright. Foos. Alright, so I was able to use that last one. Do I have any others? It doesn't look like I have any others. Okay, I've got that Heal Wing, which I never used earlier. We'll just give that to Birdbrain just because. And I don't know. I'll probably come back and do a little bit more of that. A little bit more vitamin buying later, but regardless, my stats are going to be a lot higher now than they were a couple of minutes ago. So let's go and fly back to town. I think I need to go to Melee Gardens. Alright, the flag is on Melee Gardens. The quest marker, as I've been calling it. So let's go there, and what actually are we going to have to do now? I can't really remember. I know I played this not too long ago on the version of the game that I didn't end up keeping on the recording that I didn't keep. But I don't really remember where we went after this. I don't really remember from original Pokemon Sun where we went after this. Alright, so it's Kukui over there by some Team Skull lunatics. Alright, I'll leave Strewn out front for now. If there's a fight, we'll fight. If there's not a fight, then we won't fight. So, yo, hold up, yo, Mr. Kukui. You say you want to make a Pokemon League. You got rocks in your skull? 4 turns, huh? Bring it on, both of you. I've been researching Pokemon moves. Yeah, so I'm always ready. Oh, yeah. I'll take you both on in a battle royal, and you'll be down with just a Swift and an Incinerator, too. You gotta be the man to be the man. You gotta beat the man to be the man, boys. Yo, for real? Fine, you asked for it. Battle royal, huh? Nice idea there, Kukui. You can beat down 3 Pokemon at once, huh? It's Guzma. The boss has graced us with his presence. The hated boss, he beats it down and never lets up. Yeah, big bad Guzma is here. Greetings, cowering public. We have an exciting bout for you tonight. In the opposing corner, the Pokemon Professor Kukui, and in this corner, the boss of Team Skull and the hardest guy around, Guzma. Here we are, Kukui, fellow rejects who never could become captains. We've got all these moldy old traditions in Alola, the Kahunas, the captains. It's about time we cut out all that silly garbage and made something new for ourselves. Trust me, I get that. Don't get me wrong though, Kukui. We got no need for a Pokemon League. After all, everyone already knows the strongest trainer on these islands. Speak for yourself, Guzma. It's not like I couldn't become a captain. I chose not to. Keep telling yourself that, buddy. I had other dreams, see? I wanted to figure out which moves would be strong enough to beat Old Hala. And finally, I found out what I was looking for. The strongest moves you can use are the ones a trainer and their Pokemon choose together. In the heat of the moment, when it really counts. That's when I knew I had to make a Pokemon League. Yeah, to give everybody the chance to be pushed to the limit with their team and find that perfect move. Let's see it, Guzma. Show me your moves and prove that you aren't just all talk. If you really can, that is. Alright, Kukui, please step aside. I want the experience points. Yeah, what? So you're one of the kids on the island challenge. You don't look like you're from around here. This here is Drago. He just moved to Alola recently. Discovery, new experiences, adventure. He's loving every minute of it. Drago and his Dragonair can unleash some really powerful moves. So if you think you're the toughest trainer on these islands, Guzma, why don't you battle him? Alright, this fanatic is getting me all riled up. You got a Z power ring, huh, kid? Why even bother with the island challenge? What's the point of it? That makes two of us. You don't even know why you're doing it. Watch closely, Kukui. Someday I'm gonna destroy you, but first I'll destroy everything you care about. Want to see what destruction looks like? Here it is in human form. It's your boy, Guzma. Alright, edgy much. So we're gonna have a fight against Big Bad Guzma, and let's see what you're gonna do. So you are going to send out a Golisopod. Alright. I do remember fighting this thing. I seem to recall that had a fun little ability, which I also seem to remember it liked to use Fake Out. So let me go and use Extreme Speed to get ahead of the Fake Out. It's not every day that you get to get ahead of one of those. No, First Impression. Okay, you're gonna go, and I don't know what that does, but it was kind of scary. So let's not have too much more of that. Actually, I'm gonna use Thunder Wave if I'm faster, and if I'm not faster, all right. Well, we're gonna slow you down with Golisopod anyway. So as I was saying, I seem to remember this thing has an ability that sort of works like a built-in eject button. It will like kick you out of battle when you take a hit. I don't know if it only activates like once per battle or if it activates every time you take a physical hit, but that was a water type move. You don't have any moves that aren't water and also don't suck. Foos. I don't know, I guess I could go and just, like, annoy you with, Dragon Tail or something. Then again, if I use Dragon Tail on you, would that, like, allow you to use First Impression again? Alright, so that was... Wow, okay. Not... that did a lot of damage for a not very effective hit, and also it lowered my defense. You're paralyzed, you're... Oh, that's right, Dragon Tail has reduced priority, duh. I'm pretty sure that's, that's something that's, like, confused me before in this game. So Masquerain is coming on in. And Masquerain is going to lower my attack with Intimidate. That could be a bit of an inconvenience. I think I'm going to, Oh, you know what? Bird Brain is going to eat this thing for breakfast. I don't have to worry about, Strewn or Paralysis or anything like that. Bird Brain, you, don't really have that great of attacking moves. At least not yet. But Bug Buzz is going to be quarter effective. Alright, yeah, that was, like, maybe 20% for being generous. I can throw out some spikes, and that'll mess with Golisopod on the switch-in, or I should probably get rid of this thing. Swift is not going to do a lot of damage. Alright, that did a little bit more than the other one, but it's still not... Wow, okay. That's terrible. Oh, I have Fury Attack, which is at least a physical move. Let me see what my stats spread are. I'm pretty sure Skarmory's special attack is garbage. Yeah, my physical attack is 50% higher, and Fury attack is 15 times 2 is 30 to 5 is 75. Fury attack probably might not actually do that much more damage. I do have Pico though, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go and heal Foos. However, what I'll do first is I will just use Fury Attack on you. Just to do a little more damage, and I'll use the item on the turn in which I go down. Or I can flinch, that's also an option. Thanks for just, like, completely breaking my strategy game. So, Moo Moo Milk I think should be enough, I've got a lot of those. And we are going to... Alright, 79 HP, does the Soda Pop heal 80? Soda Pop heals 50. Do I have, like, Lemonade or something? No, I'll just use Moo Moo Milk. Alright, don't be weird about this. So, I could stall with Skarmory if I wanted to. I don't really want to. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to go switch in Bird Brain. I mean, I'm going to switch out Bird Brain. I'm going to switch in Strewn. And she's going to paralyze you, and hopefully Pico is going to be able to just come on in and finish things up here. So, this is going to be Bug Buzz, and that's going to do more damage to me than it did to Bird Brain, but still about half. Okay. And we are going to paralyze you, and we're going to go... I think I'll just let Strewn go on this turn, and I'll just use Dragon Rage until I die, or until you die, I guess is also technically possible. If I get, like, 3 paralysis in a row. But we're gonna use Dragon Rage until I die, and I think Pico should be able to come on in here and finish things up. Surprised Bird Brain didn't get to do much, but then again, I suppose your moves are pretty bad. I haven't really done any proper, like, move teaching to you yet, so... We're gonna go use Fire Fang. And that's going to take the Masquerain down. I probably could have, like, killed you without needing the paralysis here, but I kind of, honestly, I kind of forgot that I was fully evolved. Don't judge me. So we're going to go use Fire Fang again, and you are part water, I think, so I think this is going to be a neutral hit. But if I can, like, para-flinch you or something like that, that'll be pretty great. I'm going to go, it's probably my strongest move on you anyway. So we're just going to go keep using... Alright, you're going to use a Razor Shell. That's going to do a lot, but it's not going to kill me. And another Fire Fang should be enough to take down the Golisopod. Alright. Goodbye, Golisopod. Good game, Guzma. That's a lot of letter G alliteration right there. So Pico is going to grow a level. Foos is going to grow a level. Anyone else? No? Nobody else? Alright, so you're going to give me your money, and we're going to be on our way. What is wrong with you? Now's the time for your vaunted team. Now's the time for your vaunted team to let loose and destroy everything. It was Dragger, right? I'll remember you as someone I'll be happy to beat down anytime. So you're How, huh? It really looks like you woke up on the wrong side of the bed today. And you're Guzma, so you know you don't have to do this island challenge thing just because your granddad's Kahuna. Even if you finish, you might not get what you want. Ooh, Drago! Those are some nice moves. I can feel my soul shaking. You should probably get that checked, Kukui. Oh yeah, I almost forgot to give you something super important. Here you go, cousin. This is the Z Crystal for Incineroar. The evolution of Litten. Alright, so we're gonna go and take our Incinium Z, not to be confused with the Icium Z, which is definitely how I almost read it. We're gonna put that away, and I guess I'll equip that. I think he's still got the amulet coin, hence why I had so much money. But you're going to give the mask back, which I'm sure is just a souvenir of his favorite wrestler and not any one of his personal belongings or anything like that. Yeah, Hat wasn't paying attention. Maybe someday Guzman will figure out what it is you kids learn on your island challenge. So what happened to Lily? You guys lose her somewhere? She is... Oh, right here. I was gonna say, I think she's still in the library. Ace Rolla. You and the Professor fought those horrible Team Skull thugs, Drago. Just thinking about it makes me worry. They sound like a scary group. You think? I don't know. Exchanging a few moves in battle is the quickest way to get to know someone in my book. Well, I'm gonna head up to Mount Lanakila. I gotta make sure the Pokemon League gets finished and everybody has a chance to find their own perfect move. Keep training hard on your island challenge. One day the two of you will make it too. Alright, so... You two... You made it through Sophocles' trial. You can take on the next trial at past Route 11. Alright, through Tapu Village. So we'll go there. If you get lost... This is one of those, like, throwaway lines that they could just cut from the script and the whole game would be, like, 20% shorter. Like, what else are you gonna do if you get lost? You gonna say that every single time I open up a new route and I find more opportunities to get lost? Alright. Like, there's a flag on the bottom screen, and I don't mind having quest markers on. Sometimes you just put the game down for 6 months and you come back and you don't remember what you were doing. But, like, the game doesn't have to rub it in 6 ways to Sunday. I feel like my irritation with how verbose this game has been steadily growing. I feel like I don't remember it bothering me that much in Pokemon Sun. And I went and rewatched parts of my original Pokemon Sun Let's Play back from 2016, 2017, and I assume the reason that it didn't bother me is that I just mashed A through all the text anyway, and I didn't read most of it. Which, in hindsight, might also explain why I didn't pick up the subtext that the Master Royal is also Kukui, but we're gonna not mention that ever again. So, I feel like the verbosity of this game has just been annoying me more and more as we progress. And there's just lines like that that are added that take 5 to 10 seconds to read out loud, because I'm reading all these lines out loud. And, like, when there's 100 of those, that extends, like, the runtime of the game by, you know, a considerable amount. And we could also, like, not have those lines in the script, and we could just have the whole game be that much more streamlined. Like, when we come up to a trial gate, are you going to give me a lecture too? Alright, you're going to do the badge check. The blinding yellow Electrium Z. Alright. So you are not super long-winded, which is an improvement, I guess. If I head out here onto Route 12, let me see. What does my team look like? So I think my thing with leaving new members of my team in the lead slot until they hit like a multiple of 5 in levels kind of falls apart when I have the experience all on. I definitely want these two to get experience. Fuse has an evolution coming up in a couple of levels. Burbrain does not have an evolution, but you're still like lagging behind because I caught you relatively recently. Let me go and check any TM compatibility, because, like, your moves right now that you have are not very good. Hang on. Alright, so we got a couple of moves that Birdbrain can learn. Fly is definitely going to be one of them. If I had this in the last fight, I probably would have been able to actually take down Masquerain on my own. Feint is going to go, because Feint sucks. I've also got Payback, which I think I'll learn because Skarmory is not the fleetest of foot. We are going to go and replace, I think, probably Swift with this, because Swift is a special attack, and we're not having any of that. Fury Attack isn't great either, but until I pick up a better move that I actually want to learn, we're going to be going with those. I'm surprised you can't learn Thunder Wave. Alright, I don't have, like... Whirlwind isn't a TM in this generation, right? I don't have, like... I don't know if Skarmory can learn Roar, because I feel like forcing someone to switch over Spikes would be nice. I don't remember if Stealth Rock is a TM in this generation. I think it might be a move tutor, because... the trend is that the games that have a lot of move tutor moves tend to have Stealth Rock available as a move tutor. Black 2 and White 2, I think, had Stealth Rock available as a move tutor. Anyway, so Hapu is going to travel to Ula Ula. You want to do it while astride Mudsdale. Alright, so this is going to be the HM of this area. And you're going to go and put Mudsdale on a ride pager. By no means was I just waiting for a time when you were in trouble. Okay, so you're just messing with me. So Mudsdale is going to be our, yeah, I keep running into them. It is weird, isn't it? They seem to be here to investigate some ill that weighs heavily upon them. Luckily, it is quite in helping the people and Pokemon of Alola and What? Alright, you're just gonna repeat that I can go to Tapu Village, because you're like the third person who's told me that. And, yeah, I hope this isn't getting annoying, but, like... The more I look at how much text there is in this game, the more I see. Anyway, so, yeah, we can Mudsdale Gallop over that. So that was technically my fault because I chose to talk to you. So we're gonna go and walk over here. And do I wanna end it off here? Should I do Route 12 in its own video? I think I'll do Route 12 in its own video. So we're gonna go pick up that. And I think I'm gonna end this off here. So my name is Dragonite. This has been Pokemon Ultra Moon. Can I do the thing? I can't do the thing where I spin on a mount. I know there has been a ton of progress in this video, but people insist on keeping talking to me, so what can you do? You should all go check out Wizarducks and the Lost Hat, which is one of the games that I like to work on when I'm not doing YouTube stuff. Link to the Steam page can be found down below. I will see you all later.